The following paid program does not necessarily reflect the views of News Radio 830 KHVH, its staff, or management.
It's time to enter the world of real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed sale. If you have any questions regarding real estate, you can give us a call here at the station. That number is 521-8383. That's 521-8383. Or visit us on our website at teamlally.com. Oh.
All right, so we thought we were going to have Sean Hannity, but no, he's still in the mainland. Yeah. So, hey, everybody, good morning, good afternoon, because they're like right in between, so I got to say both. This is Attilio, and I was at a dude ranch in Colorado riding around on some horses, and this lady behind me in the lineup started asking me a bunch of tax and legal questions, and I said, those are great questions. I highly recommend you seek the appropriate professional, and then I said, but Mom, what other questions do you have? So if you hear anything on today's show that may be deemed as tax or legal advice, please run that past the appropriate licensed professional. But we might have, we probably got a licensed tax professional
later on in the show.
Later on in the show as our guest. And but we're realtors, and we're going to talk about real estate.
That's right. I have a question for you.
Yes.
Was your mom wearing a cowboy hat and boots?
Yes, and spurs. And you know what I like about this dude ranch? It says above the toilet in the bathroom, it says, don't squat with your spurs on. That is very wise cowboy
advice.
Yes, cowboy
knowledge. All right. So from our friend Jim Rohn, we have a quote about financial independence. If you were to show me your current financial plan, would I get so excited by it that I would go across the country and lecture on it? If the answer is no, then here's my question. Why not? Why wouldn't you have a superior financial plan that is taking you to the places that you want to go? Financial independence is the ability to live from the income of your own personal resources.
Yes.
So shortly after I met my mentor, he asked me, Mr. Rohn, how much money have you saved and invested over the last 6 years? And I said, none. He then asked, who sold you on that plan? So what he says is that it's better to be a lender than a spender. And
that rhymes.
It does.
So it's easy to remember.
It is.
So we do have this part of the show, we talk about our learning or success stories. We do have the one that's in the script, but I thought about this one this morning. How about we sell your home before we even show it to somebody? Would that interest anybody that's listening? Yeah, because you think about it, when you have your home listed for sale, the big hassle is cleaning up, getting ready for those showings, having to pile all the kids in the car, get the dog, and disappear for all those showings, and then
Then you have the showings where the agents don't even show up, or they're late, or they're early, and
they stay longer, and you're like down the street with all the kids piled in the car, and wondering when are these people going to leave, and they're staying longer. And so we have the capability of selling your home without anybody seeing it physically.
Yes, we do. We've done it several times.
Or even without pictures and video. So that begs the question, what?
Tell me more. How do we do that?
How do we do that? So we have a proprietary, and what do I mean by proprietary?
What do you mean by proprietary?
No, you're supposed to tell me what.
I'm supposed to tell you?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Tell me more. Please.
That means that other realtors don't have it.
Okay,
so just
that is true.
What I'm talking about on this show is not something that all realtors have. It's what we have here at Team Lally. And so we have a proprietary website. It's exclusive. What does that mean?
No one else can have it.
No one else can have it. Too late. We got it. And what it is a very user-friendly website that allows people to search for homes here on Oahu. And they don't just get to look at it for free, because people who have those kind of sites, they're chicken, because they're thinking, oh, they're not going to come to my website. But you know what? We look at the opposite. If they put in all that information, they're what?
They're serious.
They're serious. They're not just professional open house lookers, which there are a lot of.
Although sometimes we do have some fictitious names.
Yes. Joe Blow, I don't know if he's looking for a house. He might be working with Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
But anyway, so this site, you have to register, and you're going to put in the parameters of the home you're looking for. So we have 4 full-time buyer agents. 5. I gotta switch.
Stop forgetting Cameron.
And it'll be 6, 7, and 8, and on and on and on. We'll probably have about 10 of these before we're all said and done. But so we're able to do what's called a reverse lookup. What does that mean, Adrienne?
That means that we type in your property features,
into
location, price point, and then it shows every
we
single
punch it
buyer
into our buyer database
that has been searching for a home with those same criteria.
Yeah, so when we sit down with you and we say things like, and I don't know for certain, and you'll see these postcards, we have a buyer for your property. We have a buyer for your property.
We really do.
We really do. So what we did with this one property is we have an offer already on it, and we're just telling them, hey, how about we bring you the offer and then we have you sign the listing agreement? How does that sound?
Awesome.
That's what we're doing on this particular property, and they're excited about that because they can, we may not even, we'll probably just have the buyer go check it out, or maybe they'll just look at the pictures and video, and when we get closer to opening up escrow, we'll move forward on it. But that was something I thought about this morning. What's our other learning story?
Yeah, we actually, back to that one, we had multiple buyers that were ready for that property, because remember, we had 2 buyer agents that were both inquiring about our up and coming. So
here's a little tip, buyers. It's a seller's market right now. The competition is very stiff. You have to be willing to submit offers subject to inspection and be ready to move. And that is one of 5 things that we do differently than any other real estate company on Oahu. And you'll learn more about that if you call our buyer hotline, which is
234-4421.
Give them that number one more time.
That's 234-4421.
That number rings all 5 of our buyer agents, and the first thing they're going to do is they're going to jump in their car with it like a chicken with their head cut off and show you homes.
No,
they're going to bring you into our office, do a buyer consultation, and we're going to put together, get you pre-approved, and we're going to put together an organized and highly successful plan in getting you the home that you want.
Yes.
Our other learning story?
Okay, so that's you.
Oh, it is. Okay. When making a decision to hire a realtor, we find that the most consumers don't know what questions to ask.
Well, I think we should help them with these questions.
Really?
Yes.
I think that's a great idea.
All right. So.
And we'll give you some of the questions and some of the answers. Not all of them.
Yeah, we'll just give you a few. And we can also email them, see if you'd like. All right. So how many homes have you personally sold in the last year?
That will be question number 1. Most important question to ask somebody. And don't be ashamed to ask them. They should be readily telling you that, and they're not telling you what the brokerage sold, but what they sold or their team sold. How many did we sell last year?
135.
All right. Next question is, what is your personal marketing budget per month? Not your brokerage, not the guy sitting next to you in the cubicle, but you writing checks for. Team Lally spends how much money per month? We actually added it up. It's bigger now.
I thought it was less, but it's actually
more.
Closer to $15,000 a month.
Yeah, a little bit over.
Yeah.
Next question we'll leave you with, and there's a bunch of them. If you send us an email at
info@teamlally.com,
we will gladly send you a nice spreadsheet and call it so you can do a very
a detailed,
organized approach to shopping for your real estate services. So you're going to have all these questions. There's how many total?
12.
12 of them. You're going to have the answers from Team Lally, and then we're going to give you 2 more columns, one for Agent 2 and Agent 3.
Okay.
And so that last question we'll share with you is, will you promote my listing on the radio show? Well, first question would be, do they have a radio show? We do.
Yes.
And here we are. We're on live every Saturday, AM 8:30. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show. And that's it for the questions. I'm not going to share any more with them unless they send us an email or call us.
That's right. All right. So, speaking of learning.
Yes.
No homework for your children's kindergarten through 12th grade learning needs at American Renaissance Academy. They have a small class size, 16-to-1 ratio. They have a homeschool option, extended school day, so they're from 8:30 to 4:30. They have a learning lab, so that's what the deal is with the no homework. No homework, but you know what, Stephen? I was listening to our show last week. You're so nice you sent it to us. The sound effects are too soft. You ready? Here we go. Yeah. Those kids are excited. They're like, I have a learning lab and I don't have homework. That's and you know what they say? Okay. So you can find out more information about American Renaissance Academy by going to arahawaii.org.
So we're getting ready to take a break. That's what it means when you hear the cool music.
That's right, but don't go too far. When we come back, we have our guest who's going to share some information that will
change your life forever. And
yes.
Maybe your tax life.
That's right, your tax life. Very exciting. Don't go far.
Hey, Sean Hannity here with some important news for home sellers. The marketing plan that your realtor uses for attracting buyers is critical to create demand to sell it for the most money possible. In Honolulu, the realtor you need to talk to is Adrienne Lally of Team Lally, who has a national marketing program to guarantee to sell your home at a price and a deadline that you agree to, or she'll have it bought for cash. Now, while the average agent attracts few buyers a month and sells less than 10 homes a year, Adrienne, on average, attracts hundreds of buyers every month and sells homes each and every week. If you're not happy along the way, she lets you fire her and pay nothing. Call Adrienne Lally of Team Lally today at 227-2703. That's 227-2703. Or go to the web, teamlallyrealestateshow.com. That's teamlallyrealestateshow.com. And don't forget, by the way, check out Team Lally Real Estate and the show every Saturday morning right here on KHVH.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
Are you a veteran interested in purchasing a home? If so, you qualify for the great benefits allowed by the VA Home Loan Program. Benefits like no down payment required, reduced closing costs, and flexible qualifying guidelines. Hawaii VA Loans is Hawaii's VA loan specialist who can educate you on all of these benefits and help you get on track with getting pre-approved for a VA loan.
For more information on how you can tap into this great resource, go to hawaiivaloans.com to download their free 24-page ebook. As a special bonus, after downloading the informative guide, you'll be instructed on how you can earn a $1,000 closing credit on your next home purchase. So what are you waiting for? Get your free VA loan ebook and a $1,000 closing credit by going to hawaiivaloans.com or give them a call at 792-4251. That's 792-4251.
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed sale. We're here on AM 830 KHVH every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. If you have any questions for us, give us a call here at the studio. That number is 521-8383. That's 521-8383.
So, did you know that Team Lally lists 2 to 4 homes per week? With the low inventory, it's critical to have a head start. We have lots of homes in process. If you want to know more about our coming soon inventory, just give our buyer hotline a call. That's 234-4421. And one of our... How many? 5. We have like a tick, you know, it's like ticking off all our buyer agents that keep joining us. 5 buyer agents would be happy to serve you, or send us an email at info@teamlally.com. Speaking of listings, why don't we start off with the one that's furthest away from where we're located right now?
Okay.
Pupukea.
This one's out in Pupukea. That's out on the North Shore.
Above Foodland.
Yep, right above Foodland. It's listed at $1.299 million. 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, and 2 half baths. We have it listed under both single family and multifamily because it does have 2 separate living areas. So lots of opportunity for this one. So the address is 59-312 Pupukea Road. And it's going to be open tomorrow from 2 to 4.
Yeah, so if you're going up Pupukea Road, just stay on the main road, make the hairpin turn, keep going, keep going, keep going. And right when you think, where is it? It would be right there. It's going to be on your left. Just look for the sign. If you miss it or if you drive by it during the rest of the week, there is the address The address
is a website.
And that's one of the things that we do for our clients. We create nice websites for their properties.
You can also go on to teamlally.com and check out the video tour there in case you can't make the open house
and the tons
tomorrow.
Of high-res photos.
That's right. So it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath on the one side, and then a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, like cottage type house. I guess he's using it as like a vacation rental.
Yeah. So you got the surf shack, you got the property manager's residence, and then you got the main home. And then outside has this like
huge yard.
Huge yard. I mean, this thing is, you could grow fruit trees, have your little league team come up there and practice, and soccer team at the same time, probably. So anyway. Okay.
So enough about that property, but go visit it tomorrow from 2 to 4. Cherie and Chris are going to be out there.
Yeah, look for the sign starting from, what is it, Kamehameha Highway, Farrington? Going all the way up the hill.
All right. So we have a guest today.
And wait. That was she was hitting me saying, where is the
sound effect?
Sound effect. Hold on. All right. So one of the things we tell our guests is that just pretend you're coming to visit so that we have a nice, relaxed talking story while we're on the radio. And so, Adrienne, who's at the door?
Oh, it's Harvey Green.
All right. Come on in, Harvey.
Okay. So I'm just going to tell a little bit about Harvey before we get going and ask him some important tax questions here. So Harvey's been serving businesses with their accounting, bookkeeping, and tax preparation needs for many, many years. He can tell us more about that. He's married with 4 children and 2 grandchildren. And he owns and operates an accounting and management consulting practice here in Hawaii. He's owned and operated several large wholesale travel companies, retail travel agencies, a chain of concierge travel desks, and a taxi company. So right now he helps Team Lally with our bookkeeping and accounting needs, and he's quite the expert. So we're very excited to have him on our show today as our guest. Welcome, Harvey.
Thank you.
So I left this out of the bio, but Harvey is originally from Brooklyn, New York. So we have a question.
Okay.
How exactly did you get to Hawaii?
I came to Hawaii on business on an audit.
Oh, really?
Back in 1967. And I was taken with Hawaii. I thought the climate was ideal. I thought the geography was beautiful and the lifestyle agreeable. So I finished my audit and went back to New York and quit my job and moved here.
All right. So if somebody was naughty and you came to check on them.
No, not that type of audit. No.
And what made you decide to get into the accounting business to begin with?
Since young, I've always been fascinated by business. And I've enjoyed business, and I find business very exciting. And accounting seemed like a good entry point. And accounting was my entry point into business. And now I do a lot of accounting, but I do a lot of general business work. A lot of management work and business work, and I sit on different boards and stuff. And accounting, so the accounting is not only an entry point, but it's also become a focal point, but not the focal point. It's a focal point.
Yeah. I think it's important to have somebody knowledgeable helping you with that, because I know a lot of business people, you know what they do? They get the checking account, and they go, so long as there's money in the checking account, we keep spending, and we put in our bank statement at the end of the month. Oh, that's our profit and loss statement. We still got money in there. But it's obviously more detailed than that, and that's why we have guys like Harvey.
Yes, Harvey helped me get all organized. It was pretty scary before Harvey came along. I'll tell you that.
So would you say that after Harvey helped you, your tax situation looked more like?
Yes.
And before he helped you?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I thought that's what Harvey was going to do when I showed him my organization process.
Yes.
I thought I was going to run away screaming. But he remained calm.
He came in and said, Adrienne, so this is your organizational process? Okay, go ahead.
All right, so on to our next question. What are some current tax benefits to consider when buying a home to live in?
Well, the tax benefits, first off, there are deductions you can take on an income tax return if you're itemizing. And most people who own a home itemize because the deductions are large. The interest on the mortgage is tax deductible.
Okay.
And you can take that off on your what's called a Schedule A on your tax return. When you close a mortgage, you have certain financing costs. The costs in securing the financing. Accountants in the IRS call those points.
And closing costs.
Yeah. Well, not all of the closing costs, but those costs that are securing the financing.
Gotcha.
And they're deductible on your tax return, but they have to be amortized over the life of the mortgage. Unless, of course, you sell the property and then you can write them all off right away.
Okay.
But so those are advantages. Now, when you're paying real estate taxes, the real estate taxes on your home are tax deductible.
Oh.
And they put you in an advantageous position because these items rarely come to more than most people pay in monthly rent. But you can't deduct your monthly rent on your income tax return.
No.
But you can deduct the equivalent when you're paying tax deductible expenses. So that's the distinct advantage of owning your own home. I
think some people that own their own home, they will have what's considered to be a home office.
Yeah.
How does that work?
You can deduct the home office also on your tax return. There's a special form that you fill out. You simply take your home, the square footage in your home, and you take the square footage that you use for office space, and you come up with a percentage. And let's figure 10% of your square footage is used for office space.
Yes.
Then there's 10% of all of your expenses of maintaining the home can be allocated to the business, including your utilities, your electricity, your water, can be allocated to the business, as well as depreciation on the house.
Oh, wow.
You can depreciate your home over the life, over the normal life of the home, and you can't depreciate the land, only the house, only the structure. And you take the business percentage of that, and you can also deduct that on your tax return.
Okay, so there's going to be different types of tax benefits that you get from owning your own home versus an investment property. Could you tell us a little bit about those differences?
Yes. Yeah, investment properties are markedly different on the tax return because they go onto a different schedule on your tax return. And an investment property would go onto what would be called a Schedule E on the tax return. And that's a business. And business-related expenses are deductible on that. Of course, your mortgage interest is fully deductible, but it's not deductible as a mortgage interest, it's deductible as a business expense. Any expenses incurred in the buying of the property, in the maintenance of the property, become business expenses. The only caveat here is where you're improving the property or you're making, buying major appliances and so on, those have to be depreciated over the life of what you're doing. And it depends on what type of asset it is, how many years it's depreciable. In a home, your average depreciation on something is about 5 or 6 years. So if you're going to buy a water heater, a dishwasher, refrigerators, you're talking about 5-year depreciation on that. So you can depreciate the cost over time. Every once in a while, they get a little excited and they put through an accelerated depreciation law, and you can take a larger portion of the depreciation up front based on accelerated depreciation. That changes vastly from year to year, but you can't depreciate more than what you paid, of course. And these are all expenses that apply against your income, and your income, of course, being your rental on the property. Where you have your biggest difference is in the sale of the property. In the home, taxes on the sale of a home don't resemble anything to do with taxes on the sale of an investment property.
Yes.
Taxes on a home is first off, as a homeowner, you can defer. You can first $500,000 worth of gain you make on the sale of your home is tax free.
Yes.
And that's only if you live in the property for at least 2 of the last 5 years.
Yes. So you can shelter a certain amount of gain, whereas on an investment property, if all you're doing is selling it, you can't shelter any of the gain if you have a gain on the sale. But there are other things you can do, like you can do an exchange for property in lieu of a sale.
And that's called a 1031 exchange.
The good thing about real estate, when you're paying taxes on real estate, whether it be your home or whether it be an investment property, regardless of the amount of time you've held your investment, it's a long-term capital gain. which has got a maximum tax rate of 15%.
Okay.
So right now it's a 15%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like I think over time it changes, it fluctuates.
Well, it does. It fluctuates as the law changes. The law is constantly changing. They're constantly revising it upward and downward in order to incentivize different things.
Parts of the economy, yeah.
So that changes, but it's been pretty steady. I would say probably for the past dozen years, it's 15% has been a pretty steady thing on the sale of real estate.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, we have to take a quick break for the news, but don't go too far. When we come back, we'll be talking more about taxes, 1031 exchanges.
And with Harvey.
The News Authority in Honolulu is News Radio 830 KHVH.
It's 77 degrees, mostly cloudy in Honolulu. I'm Julia Norton-Dennis. Here's what's happening. Iran and 6 world powers have failed to reach agreement on how to reduce fears that Tehran might use its nuclear technology to make weapons. Hopes that the negotiations were making progress rose as an afternoon session continued into the evening, but both sides are making it clear that they failed to make enough headway to qualify the meeting as a success. Militants have killed 6 Americans and an Afghan doctor in a pair of attacks in Afghanistan today. The violence came hours after the U.S. military's top officer arrived for consultations with Afghan and U.S.-led coalition officials. Officials say 3 U.S. service members, 2 U.S. civilians, and the doctor were killed when a suicide bomber detonated a car full of explosives in the south. Another American civilian was killed in a separate insurgent attack in eastern Afghanistan. Iliahai Elementary School teachers shut their windows to their classrooms and placed towels on the bottom of the door yesterday as Army fire officials battled a brush fire in the East Range of Schofield Barracks. The fire began at 11:30 a.m. and was 90% contained just after 2 p.m. The cause of the fire is being investigated. Wailea Avenue is being contraflowed between St. Louis Heights Drive and 2nd Avenue in Kaimuki so that a crew can repair a broken telephone pole. Now, the repairs are expected to take all day. Walmart has confirmed it will take the space left vacant by Macy's in downtown Honolulu. The store will undergo a 12-month-long renovation and will be Walmart's 10th location in Hawaii. About 150 full and part-time employees will be needed, and the renovation will generate 60 construction jobs. High surf for north and west until 6. Today, widespread haze, high in the 80s. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low near 70, and tomorrow, sunny. Currently in Honolulu, 77.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
Listen, folks, before we jump back in, here's yet again another great success story from Adrienne Lally and her team. Now, we all know this. Not everyone has a house they're trying to sell. Some of you folks may even have condominiums to put on the market. Well, this success story is about a Waikiki condo, and here's what happened. Adrienne Lally listed a Waikiki condo, and after just a couple of days on the market, that's just 2 days on the market, Adrienne had 2 full-price cash offers. Now, even better than that, the condo closed in, are you ready, just 10 days. That's right, just 10 days. Now, these success stories results, they speak for themselves, but what you need to do is give Adrienne a call. Call today. Find out how Team Lally can help you. And remember this, that Adrienne Lally guarantees to sell your home for the amount agreed to by the deadline you set, or she'll buy your home for cash. Do this. Give Team Lally a call today, 227-2703, so they can help you too. And be sure to listen to the Team Lally radio program every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon here on KHVH Radio.
Party people!
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show here on AM 830 KHVH. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
And we are talking about taxes. We have Harvey Green in the studio today. And do you have a by the way that you want to talk about before we bring Harvey back on with some more questions?
Speaking of homes,
yes,
because this is a real estate show, When buying or selling or owning a home, we suggest that you have a home warranty on your home from Home Warranty America.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to have a sound effect of an explosion.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think that this home warranty could be a write-off? You could maybe write it off, and we'll ask Harvey when we bring him back
investment
on.
property, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Team Lally offers free seller's coverage on all of our homes.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a call. This is our seller's hotline. This brings you and me, your and our phone. Yeah. Your phone and my phone. 799-9596. That's 799-9596. We can tell you more on how that works.
Good. So, Harvey, if you were to buy a home warranty on your investment property, would that be a write-off?
If you were to buy a what?
A home warranty.
Covers like appliances, plumbing, electrical, roof.
If it's an investment property,
mm-hmm.
of course.
Yes.
Yeah. But not on your owner-occupied.
No, correct.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we were talking a little bit about the 1031 exchanges before we took a break for the news. So, like, what other type of taxes can you expect to pay when selling a home? I know here in Hawaii we have this HARPTA and this FERPTA tax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are acronyms. The HARPTA is the Hawaii Real Property Tax Law,
mm-hmm.
and the FERPTA is the Federal Real Property Tax Law. And those are set up for people that are not residents.
Mm-hmm.
So the HARPTA is set up for people that will sell a property in Hawaii, but they're not a resident of Hawaii. If you have owners that live on the mainland or owners that live in another country and so
mm-hmm.
on. And that allows a provision that 5% of the sale can be set aside and paid in advance on the taxes, for the taxes on the sale of the property.
The state, yeah. I mean, one of the things we got to clarify there, a lot of people think it's the net. No, it's the purchase price.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
But they don't always use it all. It's just whatever it ends up being, and you get reimbursed.
Right.
My understanding is there were a lot of people that came here, bought properties, and then they sold them, and they never paid any taxes and just ran away. So the Hawaii State Tax Collector instituted that. That was my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
They want to get their piece of the pie. So by the way, if you're selling a home, let's say you're a non-Hawaii resident or you're moving away and you're upside down, and are you still going to pay that, Adrienne?
If you're if you're upside down
on the property and there's no gain.
Well, I mean, technically you're supposed to, right? But we always get the exemption.
Yes, we apply for an exemption,
mm-hmm.
and we are knowledgeable and know how to do that for you.
That's
so
right.
Don't be thinking, well, I don't want to do the short sale now, or I'm upside down and
I have to pay 5%.
5% on top of that. No,
yeah.
We handle that. We take care of it.
Paperwork-wise. That's right.
Yeah, and we're talking about, foreign residents. It's also pertinent to mention, and you're talking about short sales and,
mm-hmm.
and so on. If you're in the uniformed services,
mm-hmm.
yes. being a member of the military, and you are transferred,
mm-hmm.
then you fall into a category where you get exempt from many different things.
Mm-hmm.
You get exempt from the gain on writing off a balance of your mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Usually mortgage write-off, normal taxpayers got to pay taxes on what you call debt forgiveness.
Yes.
But if you're in the uniformed services and you're transferred, depending on the property, you don't have to pay the tax on the debt forgiveness. Additionally, I find a lot of people who bought a house as a first-time home buyer,
mm-hmm.
and they got the first-time buyer's credit.
Yes.
And the first-time buyer's credit is being paid back at a rate, because that was never that was strictly a loan. It was
mm-hmm.
an advanced deduction that you have to pay back over time. And those who took that credit are now paying it back. But again, if you're in the uniformed services and you're transferred, that's forgiven. And
yes.
there's a form to file with your tax return on that. And then the whole thing is forgiven. You don't have to pay any of it back.
That's good information. There's a lot of military here that I'm sure took advantage of that first-time home buyer. And,
mm-hmm.
You always get orders, every 3 to 5 years. So...
And that's what we tell our listeners. You're listening to the show and you're hearing all this information. 80% of people in that position, they don't call a realtor. They just go on the internet and I can't do this because of misconceptions they have. Well, we may not know the answer, but we know how to get you the answer. So give us a call if you know anybody or if you're in that situation yourself.
Okay. All right. So we also have here this Obama tax. The
Obama tax. 3.8%. What's that?
Well, this came up as part of the Health Care Act,
mm-hmm.
and of course it's got to be funded. The mm-hmm. government needs money to fund it. So one of the vehicles they had was to put in a tax, an extra tax on gains for people that were earning, families that were married people that had a household income of over $250,000, or single people that had an income of over $200,000. There's an extra 3.8% tax on the gain that you're making over and above anything else.
Yes.
And that wasn't designed to impact real estate, although it does.
Yes.
It was designed to impact all gains of all people in the top 5% of the wage earners, or top 5% of the earners.
Yeah, and I noticed it's even on here saying it's on the dividends too.
Yep.
Capital gains and dividends.
Yep.
All right. So with the April 15th deadline quickly approaching us, can you give us your top 3 tax tips for our listeners?
My top 3 tax tips. First off, pull together your receipts.
Yeah.
Keep records. You should always keep records. And pull them all together. Not only does it substantiate your expenditures, your deductible expenditures, but it gives your tax professional an inkling. And he knows what other questions to ask you. If I don't know all of your expenditures, I might not think to ask you a certain question. I can't possibly think of all the questions that would pertain to you.
What? You're not a mind reader?
No.
Oh, okay.
But when I see, the more I see, the more I could think of, oh, if you have that, then you must have that. If you have that, you must have it. So that's very helpful for a tax professional to see that on the part of his, for his client's part. It's also helpful for the taxpayer because they may someday be called to substantiate those information.
How long should we keep these receipts?
3 years after file date.
Okay.
So 3 years from file date. After 3 years from file date, you can dispose of them. That's the statute of limitations that the federal government places on taxes. Now, that's for filed taxes. Unfiled taxes, there's no statute of limitations.
Now, what if you have the receipt, but all these receipts are on that heat-sensitive paper, so it all just turns white after a while?
That's about what color you turn.
I'm off the hook just because you can't read the receipt anymore.
No. The second thing you want to do is if you don't have a pension at work and you have an IRA, you can put money into an IRA, your maximum allowable into the IRA, anytime before April 15 and apply it back to last year's earnings. So this year you can go anytime before April 15th of 2013 and apply it against your 2012 earnings.
Yes, pay yourself first.
And the third suggestion is pray a lot.
There you go. And what are we going to pray for?
Everything's working out.
Pray for wisdom. We're going to pray that Uncle Sam will not audit us.
All right. So, Harvey, could you tell us about how do you differentiate yourself as an accountant?
Well, I'm a businessman. I'm an accountant and I'm a businessman. The numbers mean something to me. They're not just numbers.
Yes.
And they mean something and they relate to things. And I not only can give good accounting advice and good strategies, accounting and tax strategies,
yes,
but I can give good business strategies. And I can help in different ends of the business. So it's a whole integrated thing. Now, if somebody only needs accounting service, I'm still looking at it as an experienced businessman. And my tax advice, my accounting advice is based on that, is based on the fullness of my background and what I bring to it. I do a lot of work for businesses, startups, installing systems, accounting systems for startups and all sorts of things that in a business. I do business plans, marketing plans, brochures. I even do QuickBooks training. QuickBooks is a real popular piece of accounting software, and I'm a professional QuickBooks advisor, and I do training on QuickBooks as well. I
heard you use that. Adrienne likes this software. It's called Do It For Me. Here's my American Express statement. Just do it for me.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Yes.
Harvey does a great job organizing all of my expenses.
I have a question that's apropos. And I don't expect specific answers because it's kind of off the top of my head kind of question. But, with Adrienne and I, we're always like, oh, man, we got this huge tax bill at the end of the year. What's one or two things that you would advise, people like us that are self-employed? How do you avoid having this huge tax bill at the end of the year?
Well, if you're going to owe taxes, you're going to have a tax bill at the end of the
Yes.
year. The difficulty you're having is funding it.
Yes.
Not the bill itself is not a problem. It's paying it that becomes a problem. And then you can have an account that you put money into over the year to cover your taxes, so that you're setting money aside.
Gotcha.
You can, if you wish, you can make payments in advance. That's easy enough. But if you've got the discipline, if you've got the self-discipline, you could simply put it into something that might earn you a few dollars while it's sitting on the side
over the year.
Waiting to be dispersed to pay your taxes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's better for us to be earning the interest instead
Uncle
of
Sam.
Uncle Sam. That's
Getting
right.
an interest-free loan when we make our quarterly estimated payments. Or you put more money into your qualified accounts.
That's you.
Reduce your AGI.
All right. Well, Harvey, if one of our listeners wanted to get a hold of you for your accounting and business services, what's the best way to contact you?
Two ways. They can call me at 358-5440. My email address is hgreen1040@hawaii.rr.com, or they can go onto my website at hawaiiaccountingservices.com.
And do we have Harvey on our website?
We absolutely do.
Yes.
You know we do. So on teamlally.com, you can also find Harvey there.
Take us through a break.
Yes, so don't go too far. When you come back, we have some more properties to talk about. Need a property manager? Hire the broker, Alana Jo Dela Cruz, with Kama'aina Property Management. 398-2119. That's 398-2119. Or you can go to payrentformoveout.com. The way your property is managed today determines its value tomorrow. Call Alana Jo Dela Cruz for all your property management needs. 398-2119. Hawaii is one of the most beautiful places to live. With our gorgeous weather and perfect tropical climate, it's the ultimate paradise. However, pests love living here just as much as we do. Pests like cockroaches, termites, ants, and even rodents thrive within our very own homes. Ew!
Keeping them out is important for safety of your family as well as the structural integrity of your home. Let Kama'aina Termite and Pest Control keep your home clear of these unwanted pests. We offer smart, reasonable, and effective programs for your property. With more than 30 years of experience, let the Kama'aina team protect your investment. Call us today for a free estimate, 591-9997. Again, that's 591-9997.
In every real estate transaction, there is a virtual silent partner, the escrow company. They are there to make certain that the transaction keeps on track and that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. We like working with Hawaii Escrow and Title. They close our transactions on time with professionalism and aloha.
We're happy to recommend Hawaii Escrow and Title for any escrow and title services, providing Hawaii's community with exceptional escrow and title services since 1972. Check them out on the web at hetinc.com. That's hetinc.com.
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sale Program. We're here on AM 830 every Saturday from 11 to 12. If you have any questions, give us a call here at the station. That number is 521-8383. Or visit us on our website at teamlally.com. And that's Lally.
And we have the coolest background music.
Yes, we do.
We're all like dancing around here in the studio. If you guys had a camera, you would see all this shenanigans going on. Maybe we'll have one down the road.
Yes, we will.
Have a live web feed.
We're plotting and planning for it.
By the way, speaking of insurance, if you're looking for a outstanding insurance agent that will personally help you during the moment of truth, we recommend Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance at 591-8016. That's 591-8016.
So, Attilio, what do you mean by the moment of truth?
Well, the best insurance is the insurance you never have to use. But we know that's not how life works. So when life happens, I have a shirt. Life happens.
Yes, it does.
You can count on Bradley and his team to exceed your expectations for your insurance needs.
So just keep in mind that when buying a home, the cost of home insurance should be taken into consideration. I trust Bradley with my own personal home, so you should give him a call. Bradley with Allstate Insurance, 591-8016.
Oh, and by the way, when my speeding ticket comes off, I'm switching my cars over to Bradley.
July.
Countdown.
Okay, so cautious driving. All right, so we have some other
We got a lot of properties.
featured properties to talk about. We got a lot of open houses.
We're doing
happening tomorrow.
5 open houses tomorrow, folks.
Yes, we are. All right, so we have one on Kukula Street, which is our golf course listing out in Waikele.
Is it the only golf course listing for sale in Waikele at this time?
That's available, yes.
That would be correct, sir.
Yes, so this one's listed at $710,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Lot size is a little over 5,000 square feet. It's going to be open tomorrow from 1 to 2:30.
Yes.
It has it's been beautifully remodeled with granite countertops and top-of-the-line stainless steel appliances. They've really done a spectacular job of getting the home
ready for sale. Yeah, we replaced the light fixtures with some nice fans, large travertine tiles all over the bottom floor area, and yeah, it's just a beautiful home. We have no offers at this time.
We have talk of offers.
We have talk of offers, but you know what? Money offers talk, and you know what walks.
That's right.
So anyway, next one.
Okay.
One more, because we got a lot of properties.
We do. And we'll talk about our topic for a couple minutes.
Yes.
Too. All right. So this one is out in Sea Country on 87-1050 Kaipoi Street. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and we have it listed at $424,000. It has a lot size of a little over 4,000 square feet. It's got a really nice little back terraced rock wall.
Yeah, a patio, like a seating area with steps that lead down to the other street, so your friends can park on the other street and come up to the property from the rear. And across the street is like a mountain range, so you're not going to have neighbors over there.
Yeah, so there's no neighbors behind, and then it's like on the back row of homes, so it's very
up within the subdivision. Yeah,
a very private location with beautiful views.
Yes.
So and it also has like a nice screened in lanai.
Patio, yeah.
So an additional outdoor living area.
I like that because you can leave the sliding glass door open and kind of expands your living area without having flies all over your manapua.
So it's open tomorrow from 3 to 5. Celeste is going to be out there sitting open. So go visit her, or if you can't make it, check out teamlally.com. We got a video tour.
Speaking of Celeste,
yes,
one of the things we recommend to get the most value in regards to getting your home ready for sale is a professional cleaning and magnets on your car.
Magnets on your car.
Skip the magnets. But the cleaning company we recommend is Spots Cleaning and Maintenance. Give Flo or Frank a call at 383-5843. They're licensed and insured and can do residential and commercial cleaning. Look, folks, I'm a certified clean freak. Just ask my beautiful wife, Regina. This is the only company I trust to clean my own properties.
All right. So we have the 3 mistakes that will ruin your home buying experience.
You want
sound effect for that one.
3 mistakes that what is it again?
3 mistakes that will ruin your home buying experience.
So if you do these things, this is what you're going to sound like through your buying experience. If you avoid them, one day you'll be able to do this at your own home. Okay, so what are the 3 mistakes?
All right, so buying while still in debt or without an emergency fund.
Yes, so you go buy the home, you buy all the furniture, you rack up even more debt. Unfortunately, some people do.
That's right, because it's buying a home. Not only it doesn't end with just the closing costs. There's a lot of things that need to be done to get the home ready to live in. And
so you know what Uncle Dave says? Don't buy a home until you're out of debt and have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved for emergencies. Save up a down payment of at least 10%. And keep your house payments 25% or less of your take-home pay on a 15-year mortgage. We didn't make a mistake. We said 15.
Oh, and he also says you could choose to buy your home with cash and just stay out of debt permanently.
Yeah, that's Dave Ramsey.
Nice. Dave Ramsey.
We're going to give you a heads up. When you listen to his advice, he believes in the 100% down.
No debt.
No debt.
Okay, so another tip is buying without a home inspection.
Do not buy a home without a home inspection.
Yes. It only costs a couple of $100, and it's money well spent. It helps you to avoid potential disasters after closing.
Yes.
So, yeah, that would be a huge mistake if you bought the home without having your home inspection.
What's included in a home inspection?
They go through the structural elements, electrical, plumbing, heating, cooling systems, appliances.
And if you're a buyer's agent with a home inspection, it also becomes a negotiating tool.
That's right.
In the escrow, in the transaction process.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you need to decide to buy the home as is or to negotiate with the seller to fix the problems or reduce the price. And the last mistake that you want to avoid when buying a home
is to make sure that you have buying through the seller's listing agents.
Yeah,
that's called a dual agent.
A lot of buyers, and they contact us all the time because they have this perception that I'm going to save money if I just talk directly with the listing agent.
Or I'm going to get a better deal.
Yeah.
So,
but in fact, the listing agent works for the seller.
That's right.
That's who they're paid to look out for. Mm-hmm. And then read that bolded part.
You need to hire an agent whose sole focus is to represent you in the transaction. So it would be kind of like going into the courtroom and having the other side's attorney represent you.
Exactly. You'd never do that in that situation, so
no.
Certainly don't do it in this. Okay. And speaking of these agents who represent the buyer, they're called buyer agents. A buyer's agent is a job is to show you your properties and help negotiate your contract and make sure you're getting a good deal. On average, a buyer's agent saves you 5% on your home purchase. That's $7,500 on a $150,000 home.
Where do we have $150,000 homes in Hawaii?
We got one up in Wahiawa.
Oh, yeah, we do.
It was built in 1939. It's actually splitting in half. There are plants growing through the middle of this home. We'll get you that one for about $150,000.
Stay tuned. We'll have more details on that. Or you could call our buyer hotline.
Yeah.
And that number is 234-4421. That's 234-4421.
So these tips were brought to you by Dave Ramsey, and he only endorses 2 agents in the state of Hawaii, one of which
is us. That's right. So we are the ELPs, the endorsed local providers for Dave Ramsey.
A couple more properties we can squeeze in?
Yep, we got 2 in Mililani. Let's see, Roberta and Kaylin are going to be at these 2. One is a single-family house out in Mililani, Mauka. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,400 square feet. We have it listed at $589. Cute little house. It's going to be open from 1 till 3.
Yes.
And the address is 95-1059 Kaha Kiki Street.
Put a .com on the end of that, and you'll go to the personalized website for this particular listing. See our video tour, professional photos, and all the other information.
Okay, so why don't you talk about that one? That's the last open house that we have for...
Same, Mililani area. So one's on the other side of the freeway, Mauka side of the freeway, and the other side is going to be on the Makai side of the freeway up in Mililani. The building is Hoku Ali'i Hale. It's right next to a brand new rec center that they're building. You can actually walk there. So list price is $390,000. Interior living space of 1,580 square feet. This is a 4-bedroom. Yes.
And a 3-bath.
And a 3 full bath. So grandma can stay. She can help with the kids and stay in her own room. You got 2 parking stalls. The maintenance fee is $558. What's that include? Do you remember?
Water, sewer, trash, insurance.
And that's open when?
That is open tomorrow from 3:30 to 5.
3:30 to 5. So look we're at that timestamp where we start doing this part.
Yes, we are. But real quick, because we did have a little extra time.
Community stuff.
So there's going to be a roller derby bout next Saturday at the Mililani Hockey Rink from 4 to 6. So come check us out. We'll be out there skating.
Yes.
All right. So thanks for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Gabe Ame and Jim Owens of Hawaii VA Loans and Home Loan Financial.
Denise Kaehu with Hawaii Escrow and Title.
Mike Metz, Kama'aina Termite and Pest Control.
Alana Dela Cruz with Kama'aina Property Management.
Flo and Frank, Spots Cleaning and Maintenance.
Damon Hudson with American Renaissance Academy.
Dave Sobel with
Home Warranty America.
There you go.
Bradley Mariyama with Allstate Insurance.
Matt Fortier with Fidelity National Title and Escrow of Hawaii. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com and check out our business partner page under the link section.
We want to give a big thank you to Stephen and Rachel, our producers here in the studio. And make sure to tune in next week. We're going to have an awesome guest talking about something that will change your life forever.
This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed sold program.
If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and terms, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.
The Rush Limbaugh Show.
What we have to do is get rid of liberals and socialists from positions of power.
Weekday mornings at 10 on KHVH, Honolulu, Hawaii.